Well, my goodness. This news will probably leave Angel Reese's mom in shambles.
What happens when a single athlete grabs so much attention that NHL executives start to worry? Just look at Caitlin Clark. Her preseason debut shattered records with 1.3 million viewers tuning in. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's mother broke down on social media, revealing behind-the-scenes tension as the focus shifted away from her daughter.
Of course, she's upset. She made a couple of comments a couple of days ago about people literally covering statistical data involving attendance. That's a problem. That's hate.
Like a meteor striking calm waters, Clark's arrival has disrupted the entire WNBA landscape. The surge in viewership signals a greater transformation happening in women's basketball, a fundamental change in power dynamics that's reshaping the league's future. This story goes beyond basketball, fueling debates about who will lead the WNBA moving forward.
For this game, tickets for this game actually sold out within the hour when it was announced, and people were lining up for over 3 hours before the game just to get into this arena. So to say that this game was highly anticipated and was hyped up would be an understatement.
Exactly. 1.3 million people watched a WNBA preseason game. Not a championship, nor a playoff, but a preseason contest with no impact on standings. That's huge for women's basketball and signals a major shift in how the sport is perceived by fans.
Caitlin Clark's preseason debut drew 1.3 million viewers. That's nuts, folks.
The magnitude is clear when you consider Caitlin Clark's debut for the Indiana Fever drew more viewers than the Colorado Avalanche versus Winnipeg Jets NHL playoff game airing simultaneously. Take a moment to fully grasp that fact.
And just to give you an idea, I did pull up other ratings from that day. This game beat NHL playoff ratings. Think about that a minute. National Hockey League playoff ratings, a WNBA game, a preseason WNBA game, not only beat those ratings, destroyed them. I think the highest rated NHL game was roughly 430,000 viewers behind this game.
A rookie playing her first unofficial WNBA game outdrew NHL stars competing in the Stanley Cup playoffs. League officials are concerned as their postseason ratings were surpassed by a women's preseason game. Even those organizing NBA preseason events are shaken. Neither LeBron James switching teams nor Zion Williamson's debut sparked this much interest in exhibition games.
More watched than any NBA game, preseason game, since 2018. So that's been a long time ago. All but 2 NBA preseason games since 2010. So this game, only 2 NBA preseason games in the last 15 years had bigger ratings than this game. One of them was LeBron's Los Angeles Lakers debut.
The WNBA is experiencing a massive shift. Clark smashed previous viewership records. Last year's Finals Game 1 between Las Vegas and New York attracted far fewer viewers. When a non-competitive game beats the championship in audience size, something historic is taking place in women's basketball.
This was a preseason WNBA game. Do you understand what I mean? A preseason WNBA game.
Executives at FAR, ESPN are restructuring their TV lineup to showcase more Indiana Fever games during prime hours. Clark is proving to be a ratings magnet, and they're moving fast to capitalize. This isn't a fleeting increase. Every indicator shows it's just the beginning.
So this is what an actual crowd looks like. Chloe Peterson put this up. That is a sold-out arena. 14,998 people. That's all it could hold. They all showed up in Caitlin Clark's college arena.
This creates a problem for competing sports leagues. How do they keep pace when a 22-year-old rookie is pulling viewers away from their veteran stars? The NHL and NBA have built legacies over decades, yet now they face competition from a player who hasn't even played a regular season game. Clark's dynamic style, extensive shooting range, and infectious enthusiasm attract fans far and wide.
For this game. So there were 14,998 people in attendance for this game at Harvard Hawkeye.
Clark drawing 1.3 million viewers proves women's basketball has found a true breakout star, someone who appeals to both die-hard sports fans and casual viewers alike. She is changing how the public views women's sports as a premier entertainment option.
I saw somebody earlier say it. No, man, she really is Jordan for this era. There is not a single national, look, never mind, forget the WNBA for a minute. There's not a single National Basketball Association player that is moving the needle anywhere close to this right now. Let's be real. I mean, fans lined up. I mean, come on.
While Clark made waves on the court, Angel Reese's mother completely lost control online. She posted repeatedly, and her outburst reveals the growing jealousy simmering inside the WNBA. This was not polite disagreement. It was an intense, unfiltered meltdown on social media.
Oh, that certain fan base looking in the stands, celebrating quote attendance, while others are looking up in the rafters celebrating championship banners. We ain't the same, you got that right. Different years, same haters, have a great day.
Her posts were raw and straightforward, filled with blame and criticism that made her frustration clear. Just as millions celebrated Caitlin Clark's outstanding debut, Angel Reese's mother took to social media, trying to divert attention from what was being praised on the court.
The college where Angel Reese won the national championship, she made a homecoming, and the arena was less than half full. 13,215 available seats was the capacity. They didn't even sell half of those.
Her main point? That Clark was receiving too much praise. But considering the 1.3 million viewers and $670,000 in ticket sales, it's obvious why Clark is the center of attention. Fans are happily spending large sums just to watch her perform in a non-regular season game.
This Caitlin Clark preseason game outdrew the finals game 1 rating from last year. Oh, get mad. Get angry. These folks are going to be livid.
Online, Clark's rise was portrayed as based on privilege, not merit. Reese's mother liked and commented on posts accusing Clark of media favoritism and racial bias, even suggesting she was overrated despite her record-breaking college stats. These accusations ignore the fact Clark has a rare talent for attracting fans.
She is the needle. I mean, honestly. All the while, you got Angel Reese's mom. By the way, she put this out in the public space. And as part of that, we can give commentary on it if we want to.
What began as a college rivalry between Clark and Reese has now evolved into a professional split. Their approaches couldn't differ more. Clark stays focused on her game, while Reese's camp gets involved in social media conflicts far removed from the court.
And we have seen it over and over and over again. Instagram followers do not translate into viewership on television during actual basketball games. It does great if you're a content creator. Good on you for that. But that's not what we're talking about here. Caitlin Clark is a different phenomenon, a phenom. She's right there. She's proving in comparison to the National Basketball Association.
You know things are intense when preseason tickets average $670 each. That's what I call Clarkonomics. Imagine fans paying nearly $700 to watch athletes still developing team chemistry. That's like front row passes at a major concert for a game with zero impact on standings.
Average reported ticket price was $650. Now, if you do the math here and you do 15,000 people times $650, that is almost $9.75 million just for a WNBA preseason game.
Harvard Hawkeye. Arena was packed to capacity for Clark's first pro game. 15,000 loud fans filled every seat to see their local star step on the court professionally. These fans paid premium prices for a no-stakes game, proving that seeing Clark live has become a must-see event.
This is the line from outside the arena to get in for this game. Caitlin Clark pointed this out in an interview with Holly Rowe, people were tailgating out there like it was the NFL to get.
Some resale tickets reached $6,000, a price exceeding what many pay for NBA Finals games with championships at stake. The financial influence of a single player is rewriting the WNBA's entire business model in real time.
This team is going to break so many records this year. I know we've talked about it. Attendance, viewership, merch sales, all of the things. The fan base that rides behind this Indiana Fever team, even the game that I was at that Caitlin Clark didn't play, the attendance was recorded at 12,461. Even with it being a preseason game that Caitlin didn't play in, there is so much motion behind this team. And I think the more that the Indiana Fever wins, the greater that they are this season. That bandwagon of fans is just going to continue growing.
Inside the arena, the atmosphere felt like a Final Four showdown. When Clark sank a deep three-pointer from Steph Curry range, early on the crowd erupted. The building shook as fans jumped up, high-fiving strangers as if witnessing a title-winning shot, not just a preseason basket.
For Brazil, here's Clark. Wow! You bet! From beyond the logo! And a little point afterwards. I mean, come on.
The stands were filled with young girls wearing number 22 jerseys, waving handmade signs and sharing stories about driving hours just to watch Clark play. Parents spent thousands and crossed state lines so their daughters could experience this powerful, unforgettable moment firsthand.
Why? People want to buy Caitlin Clark things, and they especially want to buy Caitlin Clark Nike things.
Compare this to typical WNBA games, where half empty. Arenas are common even during important matchups. Some teams average 4,000, 5,000 fans, and Clark just tripled that for a non-official game. Her solution for attendance woes? Show up and dominate. The record ticket sales and full house show that people are paying to see women's basketball in a new light.
Viewers, who thought that we would see the day where WNBA numbers were overtaking NBA numbers? And you guys, I predict that this is going to be something that happens for the entirety of the WNBA season, especially with this Indiana Fever team. This is motion, this is hype like we have never seen, and I thought it was going to be like this, but when you see the numbers right in front of you, 1.3 million viewers for a preseason game, and a preseason game where they won by 64 points.
Although fans saw this as a huge victory for the sport, not everyone felt the same way. Some behind-the-scenes figures became increasingly upset as Clark's rapid rise stole the spotlight.
Not notice that was in fact, and that did in fact look like a full house.
This is a battle for control of the WNBA's future. Veterans facing off against a newcomer changing the league's core. While some have embraced the change, others are clearly resisting.
I mean, we got one player that literally just drew 1.3 million viewers for a preseason game. And we got another one that...
Online reactions reveal a harsh reality. Certain WNBA veterans and their families feel deeply unsettled by Clark's instant boost to the league's visibility. After years of hard work, they're watching a rookie surpass them in attention just from a preseason appearance.
Caitlin Clark returned to Iowa yesterday. It looked like the entire state of Iowa shut down. This is what the drawing power of a real star looks like.
Let's examine what this means for the sport's future. We are witnessing a dramatic and historic transformation in women's basketball taking place in real time.
The fact is that I think that the Fever have brought a lot of new fans to other teams.
What's happening isn't just a star entering the league. This is Caitlin Clark redefining women's basketball as it unfolds. Each appearance changes public views of the WNBA. It feels like witnessing history live. Clark's rise expands opportunities for all, bringing record viewership, increased revenue, and countless new chances. The data proves it. The spotlight isn't hers alone. It's growing large enough for everyone. Her presence uplifts the entire WNBA.
And all 44 games would also spotlight the other teams involved in playing them and would get more recognition. I've never understood the argument against nationally televising this team when everybody eats when they do.
Top TV networks are competing for broadcast rights to Fever games. ESPN, CBS, and ABC No, Clark's presence guarantees huge audiences. That's real influence. Just look at merchandise. Clark's jersey vanished from stores, and league-wide gear sales soared. Fans now buy jerseys from teams they never noticed before. Why? Because Clark attracted them. Social media proves it. Clark brings new fans, many of whom stay to support the league. Critics say she overshadows others, but she's actually growing opportunities for all teams. Even teams facing the fever are moving to bigger venues. Clark helps sell out arenas and boost income for every franchise.
Basketball, and yes, while it is definitely centered around Caitlin Clark and her team being the Indiana Fever, I can't say enough that I personally know many people who have become fans of other teams, especially people who have WNBA teams like in their areas, like Dallas, Atlanta.
Right now, the WNBA faces a pivotal moment. They can ride this incredible momentum or let jealousy ruin their best chance yet. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert confirmed Clark's debut brought the financial results they hoped for. So the question isn't whether Clark is a game changer. She already is. The true challenge is whether the league will grow with her or resist the wave she's creating.
You get the idea. It's honestly just an amazing thing for women's sports, and it raises everybody up. You know, before the boom of the WNBA last season, like the average viewership was from 300,000 to 500,000 a game, and like some of the teams are still getting that, and 500,000 is still like a pretty decent number, but like it's only going to grow, and we are just at the beginning. We're just at the precipice of like this explosion and this like phenomenon.
Caitlin Clark has shown the world that women's basketball has a huge fan base ready to engage. She shattered records and showed what happens when true skill gets recognized. Now the WNBA must choose: embrace this extraordinary moment or let internal rivalries destroy everything. The old system is gone. This new era, led by Clark, is transforming the sport. The cultural shift, soaring viewership, and financial growth are undeniable. So are you ready to join this game-changing movement or be left behind?